Have you ever tried to heal from the past? I did. Or it's more like I still do. I don't know what this even means to heal. It's not like a virus that's surprising you and you just need to rest a bit. It's an event that haunts us every day, subconsciously. So how can we release the pain from our hearts and discover the path to this healing thing? I was listening to the podcast, The School of Greatness. Love this podcast. And the guest was the incredible, I love her so much. I hope that I'm saying her name correctly. Eve Pomporas. Hope so. And she said something that I had to hear. And maybe it's your time to hear it too. So I will tell you my view, how I interpreted her words. She said that the reason she's not going to therapy because talking every time about the things and the people who hurt her and relive those past feelings again and again and again at every session, every week, will make you stay at the same place and you will continue feeding this hole in your soul. And there you go. And why you don't want another cake? And I know that you're full, but there you go with it again. I don't know if you had this, but I was emotionally eating for lots of years. And when you are emotionally eating, first of all, you don't eat, obviously. I'm emotionally eating salad. I'm emotionally eating protein. No, you eating like, okay, at first it maybe feel tasty. Even when you're emotionally eating, you don't care if you love it, you don't love it, you just wanted the dopamine. I could eat something sweet and it wasn't like so tasty, but I just had to finish it and then to take another thing and then to take another one. You are eating and eating and eating and then you are full. You continue eating and then you are eating more and more until you feel like shit and you are still eating. I didn't look like someone who had it because my metabolism is good and I was always working out. But I was almost every day, I think, for many years was eating, first of all, not healthy food. And you just eat until you feel that you're about to explode and you can't walk or can't talk, you're like that. And you're doing this every day. And the thing is that it's the same thing with feeding your soul with crap, with toxicity, with things that will not make you go forward. Because you are giving your soul shit and negativity. You're telling her every time how she's a victim and she's a victim and like you are a victim, you are a victim, you are a victim. Eat this crap and eat this crap and eat this crap and because you have a hole. You have a hole in your soul, something is missing, and you need to figure it out. And you need to switch how your brain works. And one of the ways to think that you are shutting this hole down is it's by eating. At least this is my own personal experience with food. But this is how it feels like, and you feel like shit, and you will never feel that you are close to the solution. I will talk about Eve again. She's a 9/11 survivor, and the way she was dealing with her feelings, because she went to therapy for people who survived this terrible, horrific event, and she told that she was sitting there, and each and one of the group told a horrible story, and she said that like, what the fuck? She don't want to. You're not only digging in your shit, other shit just floats to you. You can go anywhere. You're just stuck with all of the shit that's floating. To get rid of the hole, you have to put seeds to grow flowers. When there are flowers in the hole, it's beautiful, it's nice, it feels good. So you would not put your focus on what should I shove into this hole to feel that is not there anymore. But what she was doing, how she was dealing with it, instead of talking about her experience and reliving those painful events again and again, She was focusing on what she can appreciate. She was appreciating her life. She was focusing on helping other people. She doesn't have something against therapy, and she said it. She said that you should go to a therapist with a problem that you want to solve, work on your problem, and then go on your separate ways, because she don't understand why people keep going years after years after years to the therapist. Like, why you have to talk about your shit all the time? Just solve it. Okay, you want to talk about it, you have to let it out, but then work on changing your mindset, like seeing things in a different way that may help you and not destroy you. After I was listening to her, I went and I started to journal. I don't know if you know, but if you're journaling, you don't know what you're going to write. You just sit and write. And at that moment, I wanted to write about something new that I've learned and that she taught me. Personally, I went to a couple of sessions of life coaching. I studied NLP practitioner and master, and the work never stops. This is why I'm meditating and journaling and working out and learning a lot. It's very important for me to maintain my mindset. I don't watch the news. There is a video here that I was talking about why I don't watch the news. You need to be very aware of what you are watching, what you are hearing, from who, which kind of people you are surrounded with. Subject that I'm talking a lot about. I will talk a lot about. But yeah, you have to be aware of your mindset, to stay at that position after you solved your problems. But you have many more problems, and this is how it goes. This is life, and you just keep solving them and keep progressing and keep upgrading yourself. But you have to be in an environment physically and mentally, and just do things that even if the beginning you don't want to do them. I was writing and I wanted to try her way on myself, because I truly believe that every time someone hurt me, it wasn't personal. I just was there. Like, even if it was another person instead of me, they would experience the same thing. Maybe I only the one who feels that way, but when you are hurt by someone, or you have a bad experience, negative experience that you remember negatively. So I think for myself, always I was remember it like as a victim of this scenario. I don't have a victim mindset. I will tell you what it means for me, a victim mindset. But I was noticing after I was hearing her talk, I was thinking to myself, oh, damn, I can tell a friend like a negative experience, and I would say that he did this to me and they did that to me and he said this about me and that this about me and about me. I'm the one who got hurt, and it wasn't personal, and I was there, and yeah, person really did something to me, but I can decide on what do I want to put my focus on being a victim to the scenario or become a superhero of the scenario. How do something got in my eye, sorry. How do we do that? Instead of thinking of how the other person was talking to you, doing to you, saying about you, the victim mindset, we should think about how we were thinking, acting, talking, what we were saying, what we were believing, what we've been learning, not what they did to me. Instead of I am, I was, I did, I thought. For examples, I will give you many examples so you would understand, and I would be happy for you to share your examples with me in the comments. I'm sharing obviously my personal examples, not going to be like a story, but you would understand. Bear with me. I will start with the victim thoughts. My mother and her partner were taking money from me to go clubbing when I was already paying the bills, while the refrigerator was empty. when I wrote it, because I write the things before I'm here talking with you, I was like, it's so sad. This is what I've been through. And I really felt sad. Here I'm fun with you. When you're sitting and writing this, you're really in it. Without performing, you're just with yourself when you are writing. So I got really emotional. I wasn't crying, but I was like, very sad. Only this mindset, you understand what the crazy thing? The mindset that I remembered, I didn't even like was sitting and imagining the scenarios. No, just saying the scenarios made me sad. That's it. And saying it to yourself, it sounds so sad. Like even the person who didn't went through those things and we listen to it, it's like, or read it, because now I did it like in a more fun way. But would read it, it's going to be sad, right? Okay, so now it's time to flip it. Let's flip it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Flipping it. The superhero thought. I am grateful for having my own money as a teenager. And I had lots of money that I could pay the bills and give my mother money and buy for me all of the things that I wanted to. And all of this because I was more responsible than my mother and her partner. And I was very smart to know that, to understand that I can't count on them. So if I wouldn't pay the bills, we would be without any water. And it happened already when I was younger. I started to work when I was 10 years old and started to pay the bills when I was 16. Because it was like time after time after time that we didn't have water. And not many times, like something like 4 times for a day. And it pissed me off. So I started to pay the bills so I wouldn't experience this anymore again. And this is why also I didn't have to rely on other people so they could take care of me, because they couldn't. They didn't care of themselves. So how can they could take care of me? They can't. Yes, it was hard mentally at that time. It wasn't easy and it wasn't fun. But I got through the wave instead of drowning underneath it. Huh? I love to write those things. It's catchy. And it made me feel rich and strong in a poor and weak environment. Also, when I was writing it, I felt strong. I felt powerful. I felt fabulous. The scenario didn't change. My past didn't change. It's the same past. You have one scenario and many ways to look at it. And if you are looking at it the superhero way, you will feel like a superhero. You will feel strong. You will feel that you can do anything you want. And then here you can take responsibility. Here you can say, I just was there. It wasn't personal. Being a victim is easy, but you will just stay stuck. Because being a victim, it's not taking responsibility. And you should not take responsibility of the shitty things that people done to you. But you should take responsibility on your own life. And if you see that reliving those thoughts every time and remembering and being angry at people and being angry at the world, not taking you forward, so take responsibility on how you viewing the situation and change the view. You will not change the past, but be responsible of your own feelings, of your own thoughts, on your own perspective. This is your responsibility. Even if it was a shitty situation, yes, it's harder to take responsibility, but it's way harder to keep living as a victim to life and to circumstances and to be angry at people and keeping this anger inside of our soul and our amazing body. I will give you some more examples. So if you didn't understand the first one, I will give you some more so you can take from that and just take it on yourself and share it with me and with other people in the world. So maybe you can help more people with your comment to feel better, to make them feel that they are not alone. And maybe you can even explain in another way what you've learned from my video, and then you also will help other people to understand this better, and then you will change them, and they will change their world, and etc. And it will keep going, like the movie, very old movie, not very old movie, but from 20 years ago. More examples to go right now. They have been lying about things that I did, and no one believes me, or even gives me the opportunity to explain or prove, because I have proofs, but no one would listen. Life isn't fair. The superhero way. I am so strong for standing by myself, while some people try to bring me down. I am happy to know that the only way that people can try to bring me down is by lying. Because the truth is that I'm amazing. Be kind to yourself. Amazing. And everybody knew that. And this is why they didn't want me to prove it. Because I had proofs. Sometimes life isn't fair. And it's part of life. And I'm grateful for that too. And I'm grateful for understanding it now. I understood it when I was 25. I'm almost like, in 1 month I'm 27. So yeah, I'm very grateful to understand it in the early age, I guess. And although it's painful, I can learn from it and understand new things about myself. Woohoo! Woohoo! Another one. You want another one? I will give you another one. Who cares? Are you here with me? You here with me? I will give you another one. Listen, are you ready? Because I'm not. I'm just kidding. I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's go. She was mean to me, and she was lying when I was telling her that she hurt me and that it's not okay how she was acting towards me. She acted like it never happened. Wait, superhero? I am proud of myself for noticing that a limit of mine was crossed. Oh! Nuh-uh. Not in this house. By the way, it's not so easy to notice when your heart limit was crossed, because since we're kids, no one recognizes our limits. No one cares about our limits. We should do what people tell us to do, even if we don't want to. So we are learning to ignore our limits and to ignore our feelings, to do what other people want us to do, and to be loved. I will come back to the superhero. I am proud of myself for sharing how I felt and trusting my emotions, while everybody were defending her. It means that I can trust myself and my intuition and my emotions. And I am fully conscious, it's in my conscious mind, how I feel and how I think. Cool, huh? It truly helps. Like, if you will do this every time. I had something that popped in my head right now. Something is popping out in our brains, and we remember what happened to us and what this person did to us and whatever. And we obviously remember it in a victim way. We should be aware of it every time it pops. And at that spot, change it to a superhero way. You can write it, you can say it to yourself, you can imagine it, like talk to yourself in your mind. But we will do it together. I'm starting from now too. And try it. It really, you will feel the difference. While I was writing it, I really felt the difference. If you don't write it, or if you don't feel it, do it with the body. Do it like you will see when you were saying, like, they hurt me and they did this and they did that. Your body is matching your words and your thoughts. So if you're strong, you're a superhero, and you are proud of yourself, and you're amazing, you're showing yourself. Say nice things about yourself. If a negative thought is popping, switch it with a positive, not even with the victimizing mindset. Every day you think, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, I'm so bad at this. No, change it. Change it immediately at the spot. Change it. Be proud of how you overcome the obstacles and where you are right now, because it brought you to where you are right now. Say to yourself that you're amazing, you're so cool, you're so funny, haha. So nice to talk to you. Be nice. Be nice to yourself. Just whatever will make you feel like a superhero. You're like, try it. I'm this. Okay. No, I'm this. Ooh, now I feel superhero. And remember, nothing was personal. You just were there. And if you were there, and I believe that things are happening for a reason in our lives, it means that you could handle it, and you handle it very well. Now you are growing from this event, or if not so, now after watching this video, you will grow from this event. I hope I helped you in a way, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to make you feel better, to make you feel happier. And thank you for being here with me and putting your time and energy, the most precious things in our life. And thank you for supporting me and my channel. I would be happy if you would put a subscribe and like, and I would be so happy if you will share your comment, share your thoughts, share your experience, and try it. Thank you so much. Woohoo!